Hello and welcome to this Migroto case review. My name is Damon Aryan, registered migration agent since 2013. And in this case review, I'm going to go through the applicant's situation and see how realistic are his chances to receive an invitation to apply for one of the GSM visa subclasses 189, 190, or 491 in this financial year. Let's see what we have. We have an onshore applicant living in Victoria. Occupation is Civil Engineering Draftsperson. The points claimed or to be claimed is 90 points, superior English 20 points, and marital status receives 10 points. This review is based on Migroto data, all collected from official government sources and also some targeted FOI requests, and all powered by IR tools. Please make sure you read the disclaimer at the end of this video before making any decision based on this review. You're a civil engineering draftsperson on 90 points, onshore in Victoria, which is a very competitive score for this occupation across all subclasses. Your 20 English points show superior English, and 10 partner or single points give you the maximum boost from your relationship status. Across Migroto's backlog data, you're typically in the top 1 to 2% of EOIs at your scores, which keeps you near the front of each queue. For subclass 189, you're on 90 points. In 2025-26, lowest invited scores for your occupation range between 85 and 90. That means your 90 points match the highest cutoff seen this year and sit clearly above the 85-point round in November 2025. Earlier years were generally easier with 70-75 points invited in 2024-25, but 2023-24 also sat at 85, so your 90 remains strong even in tighter years. Recent 189 invitations at 85-90 points were observed even with 0 partner points. Your 10 points from partner singles. For subclass 190 in Victoria, you're on 95 points after nomination, comfortably above this year's lowest invited scores, which range from 65 up to 90. Status should help you compete well at the several recent Victorian rounds in December 2025, January and May 2026, only invited from 90 points, so your 95 sits well above those cutoffs. Same totals. The data show invitations at 90 points even with 0 partner points. Your 10 points from partner to single status keep you very competitive at the high end of the Victorian 190 pool. Compared with 2023-24 and 2024-25, Victorian 190 cutoffs have shifted upwards slightly, so staying around 95 points should keep you in a strong position if policy stays similar. For subclass 491 in Victoria, you're on 105 points after nomination. In 2025-26, lowest invited scores have ranged between 80 and 100. The most recent Victorian 491 rounds in December 2025 and January 2026 only invited from 100 points, so your 105 is safely above those thresholds. This makes 491 a strong backup, especially if Victorian 190 quotas tighten further or if 189 rounds remain limited for your occupation. Recent 491 invitations at 100 points were observed with 20 English points and 0 partner points, so your similar English plus 10 partner or single points compare very favorably. Civil Engineering Draftsperson sits in Migroto's Tier 3, with around 6,800 people employed nationwide and a slightly declining employment trend. FOI data show in 2025-26 there were about 105 lodged 189 applications, 187 for 190 and 131 for 491 in this occupation. Assuming only about 70% of invitations turn into lodged visas, that suggests roughly 150 189 invitations, 267 for 190 and 187 for 491 in 2025. At your scores, Migroto estimates about 60 EOIs at 90 for 189, 27 at 95 for 190, and under 20 at 105 for 491, with only 6 ahead in each, 26. That places you roughly in the top 1% for 189 and 491, and around the top 2% for Victorian 190 at your current points. For Subclass 189, your 90 points put you right at the top of this year's observed invitation cutoffs, with rounds running between 85 and 90. You're also in roughly the top 1% of EOIs at that level, with only a handful of applicants ahead of you. If the department keeps running 85-90 point rounds for Civil Engineering Draftsperson, for Subclass 190, Victoria looks like your key pathway. Your 95 points are above every Victorian 190 cutoff this year, including several recent rounds that only invited from 90 points. You're near the front of the Victorian 190 queue at this score, so keeping your EOI accurate and responding quickly to any state communication gives you a strong chance to come. For Subclass 491, your 105 points sit comfortably above recent Victorian 491 cutoffs, which have been around 100 at the upper end. You're also very close to the front of the 491 queue at this score. That makes 491 a solid backup option if 190 opportunities slow down or policy shifts, especially if you're open to meeting the... Overall, your profile is strong across all 3 subclasses, with Victoria-focused options looking particularly promising. I'd treat Victorian 190 as your main goal, keep 491 active as a safety net, and maintain your 189 EOI for any federal rounds that appear. From here, focus on keeping your documents current, preserving your 20 English points, and avoiding any drops in the age band that might lower your score. Check Migroto and official sources regularly so you can react quickly to new invitation rounds or state program changes. Regional living and work conditions that come with the 491 pathway. Convert that position into a nomination, as long as Victoria keeps listing your occupation. You're well positioned for an invitation, but timing will depend entirely on how many 189 rounds they choose to run for your occupation.